Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michelle, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
This is the Main Street Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 212 for December 15th, 2025.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
'Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say, Aye.
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, and happy Monday.
It is another Monday.
It is another Monday.
It's crazy how it always comes after Sunday.
You know what's weird is that you had asked me about I got a question for you
Right.
this time. And we got it like Monday night last week after we were already done recording.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was during the show, and you told me, you said...
Yeah, I was like, shoot, okay, we just recorded. So, and you said to me before we went live, you said, you have that question. I could have swore I just got that question 2 days ago. For whatever reason, like this week has flown by, and it doesn't feel like it's floating by while it's happening, but after the fact. Does that make sense?
No. Kind of. I guess I kind of understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was fast, but no, not really, but it was.
But you just said to me before we came in here, like, yeah, I got the question last week while we were recording, and then you said you felt like it was...
No, but I feel like, I feel like we shouldn't be recording another show already because it just feels like we just recorded one. Does that make sense?
Well, you know what, then? This is the final show of the year.
It really is.
It is, but I'm just making it sound like nope, this is the last show I'm doing for the year. This is it.
He's like, yeah, this is it. But no, it really, for real is. Because, the holidays next week. Oh, my gosh. Next week is Christmas?
That's what they say.
Oh, my God.
Christmas Eve also.
I'm not ready.
No.
I don't know. Christmas feels different this year. And I don't know if that... I got a point.
Okay.
I got a point. You remember, whenever I say I have a point, the look on his face is fear.
Because it's scary.
Or, like, I don't know where she's going with this.
I never know.
You never know.
It reminds me of when Greg was in here.
I know. Like,
I never knew where he was going to go.
Don't know.
I didn't know if I was going to get a bear attack or what.
No. I'm going to... See? I think I might have lost it. Stupid medication. Oh my God, Atwood!
Did you lose it that quick?
I think I did. Oh wait!
Now all these people are sitting at home going, "Oh my God, I just wanted to know what it was." Okay,
I got my comparison.
Better get it out before you lose.
Okay, before I forget. Okay, so we were talking a couple weeks ago about magic. And how is it lacking? Is it us?
Oh, Disney magic.
Yeah. Is it like what's going on? So I kind of feel that way about the year. Like, was it just weird for us? Was it weird for everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it the tone of the world today? What is it?
So the one thing I can say, though, that we're pretty spot on with is everybody we've talked to says Christmas feels different this year at Disney.
For sure.
So I don't think that's just us.
No, I don't think so. But do I want to take it a step further and say that Christmas just feels different, period? Like, is it, Disney needs to step it up. That's not the point. But, like, does it feel, like, just different for everybody? I just feel like it's been a hard couple of years, and it's starting to, like, get to people.
See, this is where it'd be great if we had a live call-in show for our radio. We'd be like, hey, if you're listening to us right now,
has your year sucked too? Call us.
We have Jan out in I don't even know where.
Cincinnati, and she's
Ohio.
like, yeah, my year sucked too. Okay, tell us why.
Tell us why. Why did it suck?
Why did it suck?
Now, see, I could have been really mean, but I held back.
Oh, don't be mean.
You said she's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
I was just going to make a bad joke because from Michigan, we always...
Is this a football joke?
It's just been a state of Michigan versus state of Ohio joke.
Oh, that joke.
Yeah, but I won't. I'll refrain.
Michigan doesn't like Ohio State. There, I said it. Ooh, okay, let's keep going.
Right now, nobody likes Michigan.
Oh, yeah. U of M has been in the news, and we don't want to talk about
we're gonna move
that
on.
because this
Moving
is a
on.
family-friendly show. What an idiot, though. Okay, anyway.
Hey, you said we weren't going to talk about it.
Okay.
No discipline over there.
Yeah, I know. Okay, anywho.
No privacy in this.
Okay, all right.
So anyway.
Anyway.
So last week, we actually had a busy weekend. We did something every day this weekend.
Yeah, we had a busy weekend. We didn't really have a busy week.
But that's usually how it goes. Usually you're busy during the week, then you're kind of not busy on the weekend, or vice versa.
I don't know. I just feel like my life has been like one big, like, what was that for like 6 months?
Yeah, but you got to remember, too, even when we're not out doing something, we're home working.
Yeah, I don't want people to, and that's the thing. I don't want people to think that just because we didn't go anywhere doesn't mean we're not working. Because when you run multiple small businesses, there is no such thing as taking the day off ever. Like, even we're talking about the holidays next week. Like, I still, like, what did I ask you today? What did I ask you today?
You want to start putting in your evergreen articles?
Yeah, I said I need to make sure we have content during the holidays because I don't like things to just go flat.
Right. Well, and we can't.
We can't.
We lose everything.
Like we have to make sure that we keep going, whether it is a holiday or not, whether we're traveling or not, whether, like even when we're on the road, even whatever, like we still have to have content for the Main Street Mouse. We still have to have stuff for Lost Princess Apparel and now TMS and Emporium. So we always have stuff going on all the time. So there is no such thing as taking a day off. It's just not how it works when you work for yourself.
No.
So, but we did leave the house.
We did leave the house. We left the house starting on Friday. Because on Friday, you had seen something about that there was something new at the studios.
I did. So, okay, this is how my day goes. I wake up in the morning, and I start scrolling online to see what is happening. Am I missing something? Is there something that we need to go see? And, yeah, so Friday, I had heard that some Taylor Swift costumes were over at Hollywood Studios, back where wherever they have costume displays. It was One Man's Dream. Now it's Walt Disney Presents.
Correct.
So the word on the street was that some Taylor Swift stuff had hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at you and I said, okay, I'm going to get cleaned up.
And I was so excited to go see Taylor Swift.
You were. And I was just kind of looking at you like, this is not about funsies. We have to go and report on this because people would want to know about it. Because her thing hit Disney Plus same day, right? The Eras Tour.
Yeah, the docu-series.
Docu-series, whatever. I haven't watched it. So anyhow.
I have a better thing about Disney's Hollywood Studio once you get done with the Taylor Swift stuff. I have my little thing that's even better than Taylor Swift at the studio.
Oh, my God, why?
No, I'll let you finish your Taylor Swift part, though.
Oh, gee, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway. Thank you, oh, great interrupter.
You're welcome.
All right, Taylor Swift. So we decide we're going to go over there, and to our surprise, the parking lot at Hollywood Studios was crazy.
It was packed.
And you said something like, what's going on here? It's not Christmas week yet.
Right.
Because normally it's the week between Christmas and New Year's that everybody in the world goes to Walt Disney World, except for us. We leave.
Yeah, you're best to park at Universal and go to Disney. It's closer.
Or like for our case, what did I say? Why didn't we just park at home?
We could have, actually. Where we parked, we could have.
Because we parked really far. So anyhow, so we went back, and I started thinking as we were walking back there, and I said to you, when we got time, about the time we got up to the Starbucks, I said, I just had a thought. I'm sure it's not going to be easy for me to take pictures of this because other people's are going to want pictures of the window or, the display.
Yeah.
So when I get over there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go take care of this so we can whatever. Mm-hmm. So I go back there, and there is, now I talked about this on the Daydream Believing podcast. So those of you who don't listen to my show, which is a shame, on Thursdays, you see he rolled his eyes, Daydream Believing podcast, shameless plug. when I got back there was a cast member, and he was standing back there, and now mind you, the line to see Santa Claus is right past where they have these windows.
Right, and his line is actually inside of a room back there.
Right.
More so than out in the hallway.
Right, but people thought because there was a line,
Mm-hmm.
it was to see Santa. So I walked past it. Remember, I walked past with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, I don't think this line is for Santa. So I walked back, and there was maybe 7 to 10 people in line. And I said, is this to take pictures of the Taylor Swift costumes? And they said, yeah. So I stood in line, and I contemplated it. I was wondering if I could get pictures from far away or whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stand in line. We came all the way over here. So I'm standing in line.
Mm-hmm.
And the line, you know, some people take forever. And then some people are like, go take their pictures.
Right.
So come to find out, to my absolute surprise, people did not just want to take pictures of the costumes. They wanted themselves in the photo with said costumes. And part of the reason I knew this, not just because I saw it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was my turn to take pictures in the window. And the sweet cast member, you know, bless his heart, he's doing the best he can. He's like, would you like me to take a picture of you with the costumes? And I just looked at him and smiled. I said, no, that's okay. But thank you so much for asking me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I just need to, I said, I'll be quick because I have awareness of what's around me.
Right.
And I took video and I took pictures of the costumes as I was videoing so I could be done quicker.
Right.
And then by the time I got done, I looked back and the line was a little bit longer. And then I went over by you because you were looking at the costumes from the Santa Claus,
Which was much more impressive.
which was way more impressive. But then, you know, we did what we had to do. We left. Now, mind you, some people were cutting in that line.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was standing in line, I had so many people ask me, is this a line for Santa?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's for Taylor Swift stuff. And I had some people get really crappy. Not to me. They're like, oh, God, we're not standing in line for that. Or, oh, my God, how dumb. And I'm like, dude, I just want pictures of the stuff.
I had to refilm my Santa Claus video because as I'm standing there filming it, this girl was talking to, I'm guessing it was her mother, and she goes, what is that over there? She goes, oh, it's Taylor Swift's costume. She goes, oh, for crying out loud. Why is that here? And I was kind of laughing about it because I just thought it was funny the way she said
Okay, so just like Disney, you know, I always say with Disney, either you get it or you don't. Okay, Taylor Swift, either you get it or you don't.
I get it. I just don't understand the hype for Taylor.
They were 3 costumes.
And we don't even know if those are 3 she actually wore. They could have been ones that sat in the back of the rack that she may have gotten to, but maybe not.
Because we were talking to Greg, who has done tours. He did
Many
sound and such,
tours.
our friend Greg. And he's like, you have no idea how many of those same costumes they make.
Yep.
Because they need backups. They need ones that need to be cleaned. They need ones if one rips, there's so many.
Yeah.
So she may or may not have wore those.
Right.
But they were from the tour.
Right.
And
They went out on tour.
they did.
They may not have gone out on stage, but they at least went out.
But you know what? Here nor there. They were from the Eras tour, and people were hyped. They were
really
super hyped. So,
Especially that guy in the parking lot that we saw on the way out with his shirt.
yeah, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sidebar the rest of the day at studios. We're gonna go back to the Swift thing for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. So we're leaving, and I saw a couple people going into the park in Taylor Swift stuff. There was a man, and he had it said like Swiftie Dad on his shirt. And his daughter was walking probably 5 feet in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a concert shirt on. And this girl was probably somewhere between 16 and 18. She was not little.
No.
But he put on his Swiftie Dad shirt, and she had a concert shirt. And she was walking way ahead of him because she wanted to get in that park.
Because those costumes could disappear at any time.
They weren't going to, but there was, again, hype. Right? But anyhow, so then I meant to tell you. So I was reading the next morning, and somebody I know on Facebook said that the line to take pictures of the Taylor Swift display went all the way through to the entrance of Walt Disney Presents.
Oh my.
That's a long line.
And here's the problem with that right now. So Walt Disney, the film at the end of Walt Disney Presents, currently there's no way to get out the back way because they have that all torn apart because they're doing the whole animation new area back there. So you have to go back through Walt Disney
Yeah, there's the
presents
side
it out.
entrance, but not the back.
Not the back, but you'd still have to go through the crowd to get past the Taylor Swift window to get to the side entrance because there's no way to get through there without that.
Right. And apparently, so the reason that okay, so somebody asked me, I posted the video on our Instagram, and some smarter than me person said to me, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear about the line for this. Never thought about it." And I was like, "Yeah, well, when we left, it wasn't that bad, but who knows?" And apparently, it turned into a thing.
If this appears on the what is the pass called that you can get for rides?
The what?
The pass to get the rides.
Oh, like
quicker.
the lightning lane.
So if they do a lightning lane for Taylor Swift's
Costumes?
I would laugh.
Oh my god, it'd be so.
But there would be
funny.
people that would pay for it.
Oh, totally.
There would.
But I mean, and my reasoning for why it wasn't bad when we were there is because Disney did not put this out.
Still haven't you? Have
They have not. So yes, and it's old. Okay, so a few weeks before that, we had put out about her docuseries coming. So because you had looked it up to
Right.
find out was that today, whatever, and it was.
Right.
So information was out about the docuseries, but nobody said anything about the costumes. So word had not fully spread yet when we went.
Right.
But you could tell by people in their shirts walking into the park later and afterwards that it was.
Word was getting around.
Yes. And bookmark again because I'm going to come back to
Oh my gosh,
something.
you're coming back to like 6 things.
Okay, we're going to go back to the park now, and then we're going to go back to a bookmark.
Okay.
Because I bookmarked the park.
Okay.
Okay, so we didn't leave right away. We walked around, and we got some lunch, and just to see if there was anything else going on, and it was pretty much same old, same old.
But it was busy. The park as itself
So
was
busy.
It wasn't just all Taylor Swift. It was.
It wasn't all for Taylor Swift.
No, I can't imagine if she was there. How
Oh,
crazy it
forget
would
that.
have been.
Forget that. They couldn't do that.
No, there's no way I would go because I couldn't be around all the screaming children everywhere.
Well, it wouldn't be just children.
Sadly.
But anyhow, so we had a gift card. I love our gift cards. And we decided to find some food, and we went to the commissary.
Yes.
And why is that? It's their fries.
It's only the fries. Their fries there and the fries they have at the Sci-Fi Drive-In Theater are the same. They're just a thicker cut French fry. Because we were looked at going to the Launch Bay. Is that what? No. Backlot Express.
Launch Bay. Oh my God.
Sorry, I
That's,
said the wrong one. We
that's
were going to go to
close.
Backlot Express, but they just had regular fries. You're like, I don't want the regular fries.
Right. And so for just to keep in context, I can't eat hard food anymore.
Right.
All right. It's just part of what I have. So a thicker cut fry, I could actually eat without it hurting me.
Mushier.
Yes, mushier. So we went there, and it was fine. I mean, I really like those fries. I like the refills that you get there. What did you get again? You got
I got the chicken sandwich and fries.
sandwich. Did you like it?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, for park food, right?
I mean, it's better than like the burgers of the chicken tenders.
Yeah. And I know that at the commissary, we've talked about it before, they have the buffalo chicken, like grilled cheese sandwich, which
Yes.
isn't bad. So, like, the commissary is good, but we wanted to try, if I could have eaten the fries, back at Backlot, they had those chicken tenders.
It was like a buffalo
Honey
chicken,
buffalo.
honey buffalo chicken tenders and fries they had there, and then they also there had a buffalo ranch fries.
Yes, because I was interested in that.
Yeah, but they were the small, skinny shoestring type fries that they serve at every other walk up at Disney World.
Yeah, and I was wondering, even with like the ranch and stuff on it, if it would have been mushy enough for me to eat.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I don't know, but so they do have other things. You can't go by just me because I can't eat anything,
Right.
but you can.
Yeah.
And I was really bummed, truthfully, about those chicken tenders because I was curious.
Really?
Like, I wanted to try them.
So the chicken tenders at Disney are usually really crispy.
Yeah.
They're
oh
not-
yeah.
They're not the mushy type.
Okay,
So
you're right.
They had that really thick batter that fries up really good. It
I
makes
was
them look
wondering why you told me no.
It makes them look bigger when there's actually less chicken because it's more batter than chicken. But yeah, I think you would have had a hard time had you tried to eat one of those. You would have had the shocks in your eye going off like crazy.
So, my dear husband, like, I just want to give you props because he has taken such good care of me, and he notices stuff before I do. Like, if I go to eat something, oh, that's gonna hurt you, or oh, you don't want to do that because it can make you sick, or you don't want to whatever, or you have to eat something because it's time for your medicine. So he really watches out because I forget. So good for me. So it's not just about the smushy fries. It's about you helping me. So thank you. And he's
you're
so,
welcome.
you guys, he's so good for that. He's so good for that. I just want to give you props.
I'm horrible at everything else, but that one I'm good.
But you know what? You tell me what I can and can't eat, and I appreciate it because it saves me from pain. But they are so anyway, the food back there sounded good to me.
At Backlot.
Yeah, because you get tired of eating the same stuff at the parks all the time.
And at Hollywood Studios, we always go to the commissary. We have for many years now, actually.
Because their food seems a little better and you like the refills.
Or we go to Catalina Eddie's, where is the pizza place down by the tower.
And it is the same type of pizza that they had in Pizza Rizzo. So if you miss Pizza Rizzo, I mean, I kind of do. But you can get the same pizza down towards the tower. It's the same pizza. And I will stand on this. I'm telling you, because we're pizza snobs. We're from the Midwest. Yeah. We're from mom and pop pizza places. Mm-hmm. For park pizza, that's decent pizza.
It's decent pizza, yeah. I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's decent.
It is decent.
It's decent. You can tell they're probably just frozen pizzas they throw in the oven and bake them. But there's just something about the crust is really a good crust. I used to they don't have it anymore, any of them, but they used to have the veggie one. And the veggie one had the most flavor because they had all the different vegetables on top.
True.
And normally, I'm not a veggie pizza type person.
But you like the flavor.
That one was good because it had flavor, where just like the pepperoni one, or I think the other one was sausage and pepperoni. I like the veggie better.
Do they even have that now? Don't they just have pepperoni?
They have a mushroom one.
Oh, they have a mushroom one.
Which, okay, but you're only getting one flavor. Mushrooms really don't have much flavor. So it's like...
You could say, can you throw a bunch of, just whatever you got?
Onions and stuff on there, just to doctor it up a little. And I think that's all it was peppers, onions, and mushrooms maybe. But it just, the combination of those worked. It gave the sauce and the cheese a good flavor.
You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because ever since I was a kid, anything that has even a little bit of green pepper in it changes the flavor or something. Because I know my Nana used to make her pizzas from scratch, and she would, when I was a kid, I didn't like green pepper.
Right.
But she would put it on there because, of course, she did.
Was it the whole rings?
I don't remember.
Just take a slice of the ring and just set it. Because that's when you see a pizza on TV.
Yeah.
They always just take the big slice of the green pepper, and it's just there. The whole ring of it is just sitting on the slice of pizza.
You know what? I don't recall.
Okay.
But I know that she knew what she was doing. She was born in Sicily.
Right.
And
she has a little bit of experience.
She got a little bit of experience. She's got some credibility. And I just remember as a kid, even when I took the green pepper off, the flavor was still there. Yeah, so I guess my whole point at Disney is when they had something with the veggie or green pepper, you're right, was what I'm saying. You're completely right. I don't know. You like pepperoni. It doesn't do the same for you?
Their pepperoni's not that good.
Oh.
I think it's what it is.
Here I am saying it's good pizza. He's like, nah.
No, and it's not the pizza. I mean, because it's just a cheese pizza at that point. But the pepperoni, I don't know, for some reason, 3 pieces of pepperoni on the whole pizza really doesn't do much for me.
I'm sorry. I like it.
I like the veggies.
And you like their Little Caesar salad.
Yeah, the Caesar salads are good that they have. And then you get the dressing, and then you dip the crust of the pizza in the dressing, and that just makes it.
See, there's a system.
There is a system.
So anyway, we did not go get pizza this time. We did go to the commissary, and we sat there for a while.
You wrote the Taylor Swift article while we sat there.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So I was working. See, I'm always working.
Yep.
And I had already put out pictures and video, and then I went and I wrote the article. Man, you know what? Good for me.
But something else happened at the commissary.
It did?
It did. So we walked in, and if you know, you know. I am a huge. This is what I told you earlier. I had something to add to the Hollywood Studios thing. You gave me a look like, what was I talking about?
Gosh, I forgot. This is breaking news, and I forgot.
Bigger than Taylor Swift.
This is way bigger.
You know, me and my fellow Heinz ketchup friends, and there's a lot of us, and don't think there's not, because we will come at you, Red Gold. We will shut you down.
Oh my God.
So for years, I have complained about, I've done it on this podcast. I've done it on my Facebook page. I've done it on our Facebook page.
He said it everywhere.
For years, I have complained that Disney has Heinz mustard, mayo, ranch, barbecue sauce, honey mustard, but not ketchup. Why would you purchase all the crappy condiments that nobody cares about? Because I'm sorry, I love Heinz ketchup. Heinz barbecue sauce is not that good. Heinz
Their honey mustard.
Their honey mustard is not that good either. But I dealt with it because it said Heinz. And you know it's a trusted
Oh,
brand.
man.
But Red Gold has always been that thin tomato sauce
There
ketchup,
we go.
they call it.
I think they all know you feel it's tomato sauce.
Bring it, Red Gold. Give me a call. Let's talk. Because I'm going to tell you
my
what's wrong with your
gosh.
ketchup.
Oh, my gosh.
So
Tomato
we walk
sauce.
in to ABC Commissary, and we're going for the fries. So ketchup is very important when you're going in for fries.
I said I need some ketchup for the fries.
They had these new containers. They weren't just the stupid little plastic ones they've had before for the crappy ketchup. No.
Hey, stop.
These were brand new, big Heinz 57 ketchup containers. To push the little handle and fill the little cup full of ketchup. Heinz ketchup has returned. I feel like The Rock has returned to Disney's Hollywood Studios. And it's about darn time. Because I never understood why they have Heinz in certain places. The restaurant at Whispering Canyon, they have Heinz ketchup.
They do, because it's a restaurant.
They bring you 74 bottles of Heinz 57 ketchup if you're sitting in the restaurant.
So is Heinz 57 the name of the ketchup?
Heinz 57 is the name of the company.
Okay.
Because they
there's
originally had-
Heinz 57 sauce. I know that from Jimmy Buffett.
Right. They Heinz 57 is the name of the company because when they first started, they had 57 different varieties of sauces and dips and all that stuff.
Oh, I have a question now.
Okay.
So
Heinz is going to hire me one day to be their. I'm going to be the Dave. Remember Dave Smith, who was the historian of Disney?
Sure.
Heinz is going to hire me to be their historian.
Oh my God. So I feel like my whole life has been a lie right now.
Why?
Because maybe I misunderstood. Okay. Let's go back to Jimmy Buffett for a minute.
I think he's saying Heinz 57 ketchup. I don't think he's saying Heinz.
Okay, so he says, I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes.
Yeah, 'cause he
Because
never
you're political.
Because he doesn't say Heinz 57 sauce. He says Heinz 57. I think he's
Ketchup.
meaning the ketchup.
Okay, that makes way more sense because I'm like, why? I learned something new today.
Well, Heinz 57 sauce is very good.
Oh, it's so good.
Because I mix when you used to eat hamburger, not that you do it anymore.
When I used to.
But when I would make the meat for the hamburgers and I would mix up the meat and season and all that, I would add Heinz 57 to the meat to give it another flavor.
And sometimes, back in the day when I would used to eat steak, you could put that on there and it was good.
Very good.
So, okay, I didn't know that. I, no joke, right here, right now, learned something new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I learned something new, and you got big vats of ketchup.
Big vats of ketchup. You know what? Congratulations, Disney. You finally stepped into the right century to serve the correct form of ketchup. Because I don't know. I mean, there's probably somebody out there like Mrs. Red Gold probably still loves her sauce.
Red Gold.
But most people are Heinz people.
You guys, we walked around the corner, and I was like, I will go find a table. You get the ketchup.
You know what they need to do? Forget the Taylor Swift window. I want to see dresses made of Heinz 57 packets. I will go take those pictures all day long. I will stand by there. The cast member can take my picture with those out.
Okay, so anyhow, as I was saying, we walk into the restaurant, ordered our food. I was going to go find a table.
Yes.
And I said, you go around the corner and get the ketchup and whatever else. So we walk into the sitting area and you know, the condiments are right there. He gasped. He went, and I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? And I turn around and I see the two big brand new things of Heinz ketchup. And I started laughing. And what is the first thing I said to you? I said, oh my God, podcast Monday. This is going to be your big breaking news.
And you know what? All my complaining, all my posts
I know.
finally paid off.
I know.
So when people tell you you can't protest,
Make a difference.
you can't make a difference.
You can.
Every vote matters.
Oh my
And
God.
if you want something bad enough, unless it's Red Gold, don't do that. But if you want something bad enough,
Eventually,
you can sit there.
He's been complaining for so long.
I actually years ago I bought the domain. I don't have it anymore, but it was Heinz at www.com. I
Oh
own.
my God, this is a sickness. You know that. You need some help.
And I remember I took images of the 4 park icons and turned them into ketchup bottles.
Oh my God, do you see what I deal with? Okay, and you know,
I'm a former fat kid. Ketchup was a hot commodity in my house.
Oh my goodness.
And my mom used to sometimes buy the cheap stuff,
Oh my God.
like the Hunt's version. No,
Oh, whatever happened to Hunt's? It
hopefully
was like
it's gone.
Heinz, but Hunt's.
It was not.
So
good.
let me ask you this:
Okay.
Is Hunt's better than Red
No,
Gold?
Hunt's is in the same category. Garbage.
Oh.
There's one good. You know what? I'm gonna take this back.
Oh my.
There is 2 good ketchups. One being Heinz, number 1.
Number 1.
Second, McDonald's ketchup.
Oh, they do have good ketchup.
They have. It's called fancy ketchup. And
Fancy.
it is. That's what it
We
says
don't
on the
know what
packet.
kind of. Okay, it says fancy ketchup on the packet, but what if it's Heinz in there?
It could be Heinz, but it tastes a little bit different than Heinz.
I
but
think it's good.
It could be. I mean, I know a lot of those companies
Fancy brand.
they buy from a company and they rebrand it under their labels
They're
and stuff. So they're not
fancy.
advertising. So it could be Heinz, but there's some. I don't know if it's more salt or something. There's something more in that gives it a good flavor.
It's
but
kind of how McDonald's Coke is better than other Cokes,
Right.
except Chick-fil-A.
yeah, so that's why. But yeah, Heinz is back at Walt Disney World. So I'm gonna have to be checking every walk up now. To
He
make
will.
Sure.
He will.
Um,
Like next time we go, he's
yeah.
gonna. Even if we're not eating, he's gonna walk through or walk up to see what the ketchup is, to see if it's just at the studios.
and if it's not, I'm gonna blast that place all over the internet.
You know what though? Maybe it's gradual.
I don't know.
We don't know.
They could hire me to be in charge of ketchup at Disney.
Oh my God. So yeah, that was our experience. Taylor Swift and ketchup.
Ketchup was the highlight for me.
He was more excited about the ketchup.
And they had a ranch dispenser also that was Heinz.
They did.
Now, see, I
So
do
like,
like
what's
the
going
Ken's,
on?
So they used to have the Ken's dressings.
Ken's was
Ranch,
good.
Ken's Ranch. Some places had Ken's honey mustard, which was always good. But yeah, they had a Heinz ranch dispenser, which would be Kraft because Heinz Kraft is all the same company, I believe.
Okay, anyway, I'm so sorry. We've spent like quite a lot of time about ketchup.
Yeah, because we're only on Friday. We still got Saturday, Sunday, and then.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, Taylor Swift and ketchup. Awesome.
Okay, so that was Friday. Saturday, Greg and Holly, Greg was like, "Hey, do you guys want to hang out because it's John Cena's last match?"
Oh, John Cena. And I didn't know that, so I said, sure.
So you said sure, and you've been ever since your parents were here, and we went to the whole enchilada in Winter Garden. You've been saying, "I would like enchiladas. I really would like. I've never made enchiladas before." But you're like,
I
would really like-"
hinted and hinted, and he finally took the hint and made enchiladas on Saturday.
And then you asked me to make the sour cream sauce from On the Border, which
yes,
I did.
I did. So, like, a long time ago. Long time ago. I worked at On the Border for a brief stint. And I sucked at it.
You sound like the guy in Four Christmases.
And I sucked. I was bad, and I sucked. But On the Border, which I think they've closed most of them, if not all, which
There's
is
not many of them,
sad.
yeah.
But back in the day, it was like a good restaurant.
It was. It's owned by Chili's, I think, or was owned by Chili's.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
But they had sour cream sauce that went on specifically their fajita burrito, and you could have it on other things because I had it on other things. Like, let's say you ordered an enchilada, since we're talking about it, from On the Border.
Okay.
And they would say, do you want queso, ranchero, sour cream sauce? They had a plethora
It was
of
an option.
sauces. Yes. And I remember when you were making the enchiladas, I had a thought. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sour cream sauce from On the Border from like 20 years ago was really good. And so you looked it up and you made like a copycat recipe.
Right.
And it was delicious.
You said it came out pretty close to what the original was.
Like, I don't fully remember what the original was,
It's the same as mine.
but
Yeah,
it was really good. And so our son is a huge critic. Like, he doesn't say something is good if it's not.
And he loves sour cream.
And he loves sour cream. He loved that sauce. And what?
It had green chilies in it, too. That's why I was
But
shocked
only
to
a
see
little tiny bit because it didn't bother me.
Okay.
And then Holly couldn't eat spicy food. And she was taking chips and dipping it in there.
okay.
So that was really good. So they do, if you look up On the Border sour cream sauce, and you can get the recipe.
Yeah, it's actually not a hard recipe, and most people would have pretty much everything you need for the recipe. Maybe you would need the green chilies, but everything else in there was pretty standard kitchen stuff. I mean, sour cream.
Yeah,
too,
sour cream, but it was really good. So his first go at chicken enchiladas was very good. I'm really hungry right now. And then we watched John Cena.
Right. It was Saturday night's main event. There was 4 matches,
Right.
and that was the final one.
It was.
Cena.
The other matches were boring.
They were boring. And it was a night where they were taking NXT champions versus the WWE champion of that same belt or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
and
like,
I didn't know who any of these people were, so it didn't matter to me.
well, NXT is huge here in Orlando because they're out of Orlando. They
Right.
wrestle here in Orlando for NXT. But everybody was just waiting for John Cena's match.
And I
That
do
was
know who
it.
John Cena is because of my kids.
I think everybody knows who John Cena is.
And because he's been in like garbage bag commercials.
Mhm.
He's been John Cena's been everywhere.
But you can't see him.
But you can't see him.
Yeah.
I knew that much. As I wave my hand in front of my face. But you know what's so weird? So everybody, we're watching, we're waiting to see how this match is gonna end. I found it to be very disappointing a little bit, only because like I don't, and a lot of people were mad how it ended because this guy has this 20+ year career.
Right.
But you know, wrestling is like Marvel. Like people always come back at some point. Now, I read online, and you can tell me if this is true.
Okay.
I read that even though he's not quote unquote wrestling anymore for championships and whatnot, like he signed a 5-year deal with the WWE as like an ambassador. Cena.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So he's not going to be totally out of the
No.
WWE
Right.
circle.
He just won't be wrestling.
Right, he's not competing for championships.
And I think The Undertaker is the same way because The Undertaker, I believe,
He's always back.
he's running one of their training programs.
Okay.
The Undertaker is with Booker T and a couple other wrestlers. They run that kind of that. It's another show that they actually show like up and comers, and they're trying to get them ring ready. They're trying to get them ready for the mic. They're trying to do all this stuff. And the Undertaker, who's retired many years now,
Right.
he's like one of the main hosts of
And
that
he's still
stuff.
around.
And he's still around. And one thing, so Cena tapped out. Essentially, that's how the match ended. He tapped out. Everybody knows it by now.
Yeah, it was
And
bummer.
Cena's slogan for all these years is never give up.
Mm-hmm.
But then he gave up in his last match. Now, the reason is in wrestling lore that
Wrestling lore.
when you are stepping aside, when you're retiring, when you're done wrestling, you're supposed to lose to an up and comer.
Like
You're
passing,
like passing
the torch. Okay.
So the biggest one that most people talk about is when WrestleMania 3 happened at the Pontiac Silverdome in Michigan. Andre the Giant, who was the name in wrestling for many years, let Hulk Hogan body slam him and pin him.
Yes.
Now, he had never let anybody do that up
No.
until that point. He let that, and that was the way. And Andre didn't retire. It wasn't his last match. It was his last go-around because Andre was having really bad health issues, and he knew he
Yes.
couldn't wrestle much longer. But that was on the biggest stage in the world. At the time, wrestling was humongous at that time.
Yeah.
Especially in Detroit, because that's where the match was in Pontiac, so it wasn't
Yeah.
that far. But when he did that, he was passing the torch to Hogan. And I saw many interviews after the fact where Hogan even said, if Andre hadn't done that, I
wouldn't have the career that I have,
Right.
except that the you know the guy he was wrestling is like I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
mean-
Gunther.
Yeah, I find him to be kind of a d-bag, and I don't like him.
I think that's part of the character, though. He's supposed to be from
Whatever.
Austria. He's supposed to be this
He's
tough
rude. Don't like him.
ring general.
Yeah,
when
whatever.
he goes by. I didn't really like that they chose him. They should have picked
Nah.
somebody younger who was just coming up in the
Or
ring.
somebody just a little more like I don't know, more of a fan favorite than this guy.
I think it should have been The Rock. I think if The Rock would have came out and
The
wrestled
Rock?
him, yeah, I think The Rock should have.
That's not passing a torch.
No, not pass the torch, but it would have been a great match to end on. The Rock versus John Cena, I think would have been a great final match.
Okay, that's weird to me, but anyway, so Cena, we watched that, and then that was Saturday.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to move us along, or we're going to talk for 8 hours.
What do we got to do?
Eat.
With some Heinz ketchup?
I'll get you some ice ketchup.
Well, you're trying to move us along.
Okay, but you have the
You want me to move us along? So yesterday,
you have the itinerary.
I'm not going to talk about why we went, but we met Chuck and Karen at NBC Grill at Universal City Walk.
We did.
And then after that, we went over to is it the Green Red Coconut Club? Is that how they call it?
So the club that's up there that they change for every season.
It changes 4 times a year, I think is what it is. They change it depending on what's going on inside the park kind of replicates.
Yeah, like
place.
for Mardi Gras it's something, for Halloween it's something. But it took on like a ski lodge look. And you know what's so strange is that even last year, we went in there, we took pictures. Karen looked at the drink menu. The drinks are expensive. But, like, we go in there, we look around, and we leave. I mean, it's not like... It's so strange because there's not a lot going on in there.
I did like that. So last year it was a DJ. This year they had a live band, like a little jazzy band.
I like the
Christmas
DJ.
music. But I thought what they did was good.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's if you like Christmas lights, this is totally like your thing. It's very Christmassy and magical.
It is, and there is places to go in there and sit. And you can
Absolutely.
you can spend time there, but you're gonna spend a lot on drinks if you do that.
Yeah, you can go sit, but like there's nothing else to do but drink,
Right.
and their drinks are expensive.
Yeah, we did do that one photo op.
We did.
Me and Karen got a really good one.
You put your face in like the Santa like faces,
Snowman,
yeah, and I stood in a snow globe like
Yes, you
type of
did.
thing. But yeah, so and they're doing that for what till Christmas?
I think it's just through. I think it's through the New Year, maybe the 2nd January, maybe. I
Could
be
be
wrong.
because I know the parks usually keep their Christmas stuff up longer.
Yeah, I think it's going along with the New Year, and then it'll finish after that's all said. and
Okay.
done. So, but yeah, so we went there. We hung around. It was busy, but it was kind of the same time the parks were letting out last night.
Yeah, and we had a reservation for 4:15. So yeah, and even like you can get reservations at City Walk, and especially for this time of year, it's probably better that you do because by the time we left, it was getting busy.
Yeah, I would say if you're going over there, make sure you get a reservation somewhere. Otherwise, you're going to spend a couple hours waiting for a restaurant probably.
Yeah, better to get a reservation.
Definitely. So that was our fun, adventurous weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We did lots of stuff. Had some Heinz ketchup. I had some more yesterday at Universal. But I'm going to run through the park news really quick.
Sure.
Last week. And
Go
if
right
there's
ahead.
anything you want to talk about or if there's something we want to spend a little more time explaining, we can do that. But all these are in the show notes, hyperlinked. So you can click on any one of the titles and it will take you to the Main Street Mouse and you can read all about more detail what we're going to mention here. So, complete guide to downtown Disney district at Disneyland. So, Disneyland's downtown Disney at Disneyland has had a full refurb across the whole
Revamp, if you will.
New stores, new restaurants, remodeled a lot. Like Earl of Sandwich has been moving, or it's going to be moving yet again to another.
And it's going to be big.
It's going to be huge. So this gives you the complete guide. There's an Avenger store that I really want to go see.
I bet you do.
I really do. So I need to go. I need to go to Disneyland just to see that. Legoland Florida revealed their Galactic Coaster opening date during their spectacular tree lighting event that happened last week, so you can read all about that. Disney announced the dates and experiences coming to the 2026 Epcot Festival of the Arts, which has always been one of our. It's a good festival.
We like that one.
We like it, and we've been there for every year of it.
We have.
Yeah, we were there at the inaugural, and we've been there ever since. They also put out another blog introducing what artists will be featured there this year, doing their paintings. What to expect from the 2025 Disney Parks Magical Christmas Day Parade. So they put out this little thing to tell you what artists and such are performing that will be shown on Christmas Day.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny because when we lived in Michigan, and before we started doing Disney, I always thought that was, this parade's on Christmas Day.
Yeah, me too.
And then we get here and we're like, they taped for it 6 weeks before. And
I was like, wah, wah.
yeah, you realize it's all pre-taped and put together for Christmas morning.
I was bummed.
So, delicious guide to this year's holiday treats at Universal Orlando. So they have some really good snacks and such at Universal. So this will run that down to you. This is one that I really do enjoy. I enjoyed reading about it, and I like talking about this. Is honoring the Gold Star families. Gary Sinise discussed the Snowball Express at Walt Disney World, which he had just come in and brought all the families, Gold Star families, in to Walt Disney World. The organization, he does absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. He's a great guy.
I know in the article it talks about they asked him how he got started and everything, and he talked about he had a meeting with Bob Iger.
Hey.
To get it all started back in the time, and he went to Bob and told Bob what the idea was, and they weren't bringing as many families as they have this previous year, but they were
Seems
bringing
like
a lot.
they just do more and more.
More and more, and that's, you know what, that's fantastic.
Great organization.
It's such an awesome. We got to see Gary Sinise do the Candlelight Processional a few years ago.
Yeah.
And we were there for media, so we got to sit up front, and we were actually sitting with all the people that work for the organization.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was really cool, and he does a great job. So good for that. Celebrate New Year's Eve in style at Universal Orlando Resort. So he put out the information about what's going to be happening at City Walk and such for your New Year's Eve. If anybody's curious, we will be at Margaritaville Resort.
That's the plan right now.
Sunset, because we're...
And it's free.
Yes, it's free over there. Everything.
Yeah,
Parking's
so-
free. The only thing you have to pay for is any food or drinks you get.
That's right.
So definitely something to check out. Unleash your inner demigod in Fortnite's new Percy Jackson Siege of the Monster Island. So that came out for the Fortnite players out there. So if you play Fortnite, great. If your children play, you might want to let them know there's a new Percy Jackson part to add to that. Festive movies and winter kids camps at Crush Yard Orlando. So they got some stuff going on at Crush Yard, which is just on 192, just down from Walt Disney World, actually. It's not that far. It's over by the Cracker Barrel we go to.
Okay.
It's over there. Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith announced their closing date.
Yeah.
And that's been changing. So like I don't know. Did we talk last week about the queue? I think we did, where they kind of closed off the queue. Where
I
you
think
used
we
to see the
did.
band.
I think we did.
They already closed that all off because that's going to become the Electric Mayhem.
Yeah, it's going to be, they're going to have a whole Muppets thing.
Yes.
Do you have that date, or I have it if you don't?
I could probably get it.
Here, I have it right here because I just recorded a segment for Fox 35 like a couple hours ago. Okay, so it's closed as of March 2nd for refurb to turn it into Muppets.
So the last day to ride is March 1st. If you wanna get over there and see it,
Yes.
which I think I do want to get over there before it closes, just one last time.
I need Dramamine, and then maybe I can go.
Yeah, I just like one last time to go see it all.
Yeah, it was always a favorite when the kids are small.
Mm-hmm. The next article we kind of already talked about, but this Taylor Swift Eras tour costumes at the studios. Your article.
Stop
you
it,
wrote.
really?
Yeah.
Oh
Did
my
you know that? You want to run over there and go see it?
Oh
real
my
quick?
goodness.
I know you love Taylor Swift.
I don't dislike her. I don't get
I didn't
the.
say you disliked her.
Okay.
Did I?
No, but that was my bookmark, so keep going.
Okay. Happy 100th birthday to Disney legend Dick Van Dyke. So
Yes.
he hit the century mark. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was yesterday, wasn't
I
it?
don't
Yesterday.
know if it was yesterday or the day before.
I think it was yesterday that he. Congratulations to him. Still
Saturday.
Saturday. Still an amazing entertainer. They've done so many great things in his career. I mean,
Oh
honestly,
yeah, for sure.
it's like I don't know.
And he will always be
Always
Bert
be.
the chimney sweep.
Always going to be Bert.
Always.
Always. So, and then this morning we put out or it was announced that the original Encanto cast has been confirmed for voicing the music and the dialogue and such for the new attraction that's coming to Tropical America's
That's right.
Animal Kingdom. So, and I guess the track is almost done, that they've almost finished the recording. They have the actual, the co-director of the film he's the one that announced that they were all coming back, and he was actually in the studio with them all, and he just said it was great to have the whole team back together.
Oh, nice.
To do that. So that's going to be coming. So the soundtrack's going to be authentic. It's not going to be using
Other people.
other people.
I like it when they
AIs.
use the originals.
I do too. It sounds better. So, but that was all the news. It wasn't a big news week for us this past week.
No, I think Disney's kind of winding down, as is Universal, because it's the end of the year. People are going to be traveling for the holidays. They usually don't put out like anything
Right.
major like from now. They put out a lot of filler stuff like
They do.
just like stuff happening at the parks or a Christmas tree or whatever. And you know what? We get it because we try to do the same thing.
Different
we're trying to
wallpapers. and
we're
stuff
trying to
like
wind it down.
that. Yeah. Because everybody's busy.
Oh God, yes. I still can't believe Christmas is next week. Okay, so my bookmark really quick because I
Okay.
want to get to other things.
Okay.
I had asked on my podcast, Daydream Believing podcast, that comes out on Thursday nights.
Another plug.
Plug. It's a really good show. I was talking about the whole Swiftie thing
Okay.
and how you and I were talking about like, people are standing in line to see costumes, not even her. Okay.
Right.
And we were talking to Aiden in the car, and we were trying to like figure out, is there another celebrity musician that people would do that for? And Fernando actually listened to the show,
Okay.
and he sent me some suggestions today.
Okay.
And I think that he was right. So we said Michael Jackson.
I still think Michael, for our generation, especially.
Michael Jackson is multi-generational.
He really is. From the 1970s
On.
till his passing. And actually to
And
this
even
day,
after, there's some
still-
people that are still diehard Michael Jackson fans.
He did more than most musicians even realize he did. Or
For sure.
most fans even realize he did. He did so much.
So, He gave me 3.
Okay.
Elvis,
Yes.
Beatles,
Okay.
and if you want to go newer, Selena.
Oh, I forgot about Selena.
Her father passed away.
Right, and she was just starting to get bigger in the U.S.
She was releasing a U.S. album,
Yeah.
but the thing is that you have like now Fernando is from Texas, and in the state of Texas, she's still like huge. They have like a museum. They have all this memorabilia that people still line up for.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that those were very good choices, and particularly for me the Selena one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because it's our generation.
You've always liked Selena.
I've always liked her ever since I saw that movie. It crushed me.
Mm-hmm.
And I still get mad. I don't want the ending to be the ending. And I still follow her husband on social media.
Oh, do you really?
I do, Chris. Yeah. I can get behind Selena.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about that one, honestly.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
But anyway, if other people have their ideas of who you think could, just costumes,
Right.
people would line up for to see.
Well, I remember for a while there was a touring company that was taking Princess Diana's costume.
Her
gowns.
dresses.
Yes, they were doing a tour. I remember it was with Virgin Records or whatever.
Oh my God, her dresses.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were taking them all around. And I know and this is not our generation, but I remember as a kid hearing about Liberace's
Oh God,
costumes and
I
stuff.
forgot about him.
That was such a big deal. Well, there's a Liberace museum in Vegas.
He was on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, he was. But stuff like that is like it's still.
There's fandoms for certain things, and I think that it just has to be the right one to, cause a crowd.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked about Taylor Swift. Now that I realize seeing people stand in line to see these costumes, I was one of the ones standing in line. So I can't say anything.
Yeah,
I really was. I was standing in line too. Did I want a picture of myself with them? No. But I wanted to see. And I'm looking at these costumes. And I was sitting there. I think every little girl, you're not going to get this at all, but ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to be somewhere in something. And I'm not talking about the ice shows that I was in. I'm talking bigger.
Okay.
To be somewhere and be important and wear these flashy costumes. Like even you know what? I just want to go someplace where I can dress up like that, like a fancy, and we've done media events, and I'm grateful, but I'm talking even higher, like some sort of huge event.
Madison Square Gardens. You
Like,
come out on the main stage.
Nobody would care. I'm talking about like anything, even being at an event,
Okay.
a fancy event to where you could wear. Oh my God! Or if somebody designed a costume. If you guys could see me right now, I totally leaned in across the table.
She's like on my side of the table.
Somebody take my measurements
Okay.
and make a dress just for me.
So what is that big gala that goes on every year?
The
in
Met
New York?
Gala.
Met Gala.
I don't know. There's some creepy stuff that goes on there from what I hear.
There is.
Well, if you're a conspiracy theorist. But there's these different things, like Oscar parties and all this stuff. But
Who is it that has the Halloween party that everybody talks about?
Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum, her big Halloween.
Her
party's
big Halloween bash every year.
Such a big deal.
And this is how ridiculous I am, you guys. We're standing there. I already took my pictures, and I'm eyeballing these costumes. And I look over at my husband, and I said, I think I've lost enough weight to where I might squeeze into one of those.
You know what they should do?
What?
So you want to get the ultimate photo experience for these people. What they should do is they should make like one of those things where you come in, you put your head over the wall.
Yes.
But it's the dress where
Put your head over it.
Go stand over. They could be in the dress
To make you look like you're in the costume.
Yeah, they should do that for the people. I think.
But they wouldn't because they don't want to ruin the costume.
You can make it a replica one. It wouldn't have to be the real one.
Nobody needs to
Those
know.
might be replicas for all we know.
Nobody needs to know. But anyway.
I still like the Santa Claus stuff better.
I know you do. Okay, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That I want a pretty dress someday.
That's a lot of words just to say. I want
Or a special costume.
So there's something I wanted to bring up since this is our last year of the last show of the year. I want to bring up a few things. So this year,
oh boy,
you used to do a blog called "Things Overheard at Disney."
I did.
Or "Don't Be That Guy at Disney."
I used to do "Don't Be That Guy" at Disney, and I used to do funny things overheard at Disney. And sidebar, my Facebook memories came up.
Okay.
A Don't Me That Guy article from 2014.
Oh wow.
Okay, I read it. People would be so like, you can't say that
Sure you
these
can.
days.
People need to stop being
Like,
so.
you would be like, people would have, as my mother would say, their nose out of joint over some of the things I said. And it wasn't even anything bad, but people are so, everybody likes to fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I could use that article. But Funny Things Overheard at Disney was also a good one. And anyway, take it away.
So for the last few months, I heard something months ago, and I put it in my phone instantly, typed it word for word so I would have it because I couldn't believe what I heard. And since then, I've picked up a few other ones. So
He wants to tell you funny things he's overheard at Disney this year, the ones that he wrote about.
and I think I have 6 of them. They're just quick.
Ooh.
They're a couple sentences, a couple
Okay.
of them. So the first one, we're walking through Liberty Square at Magic Kingdom. We were walking towards the hub, and this family walks past us. Little girl, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, whatever. And the little girl goes, "Mommy, why is there yellow tape on the ground?" And for all the Disney people, it's because they're getting ready for the parade. It's to tape people back. The mom looks here and goes, "I don't know, dear, but don't worry, it's not crime scene tape."
Did the little girl even know what crime
I
scene
don't
tape
know
was?
because I was laughing too hard from hearing that part.
Well, it's not crime scene tape. I mean,
Where are they from? That they said?
Hey, a lot of us watch true crime, so there's that.
True, I guess. Another one was we were on the boat going over to Magic Kingdom, and somebody on the boat goes, "You see that island over there?
Yes.
There's a restaurant over there." Now they were talking about the island in the middle of Bay Lake there,
That you pass on,
or not Bay Lake. That's Seven Seas Lagoon.
that you pass on the ferry. There's
Little island-
nothing there.
There's nothing there, but hey, there's a restaurant over there. No, there's not.
I mean, I don't know about it.
Maybe there's a secret restaurant.
Maybe there is, but
Maybe
I wouldn't.
Conspiracy people built a restaurant
The
underneath the island.
conspiracy people. There's a restaurant there. Let's start a rumor.
So we're on the monorail one time,
Oh, this is so good.
and we're riding along the monorail, and somebody asks another lady that's on the monorail, goes, "So where does this monorail go?" She goes, "So this monorail goes to the Contemporary, the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, the Magic Kingdom, and the Wilderness Lodge."
The monorail does.
The monorail goes all the way to Wilderness Lodge. I wish. Cause that
You
would
know
be
what?
nice.
No, you got it. No, you got to take a boat.
You
I
got-
wonder if she was disappointed.
I think she would have had to have been.
And you guys have to understand. We don't. When we hear somebody say something that's totally wrong, we don't want to be that guy.
We laugh usually.
No, we don't want to be that guy. We look at each other and we smile.
Roll our eyes.
But we don't ever want to be that person because so some of these people feel like they are so confident that they're right. And I would never want to be like, actually, you got to get on a boat and blah blah blah. But yeah, I never want to be rude and correct somebody. So anyway, go on.
Another one, this one I always like. "Hey, you want to go on the Frozen sing-along ride?" Frozen sing-along ride. And it was
Yeah.
at the studios, we heard that.
At the studios.
So there is no ride. There's a sing-along.
There's a sing along, but
it's
there's
not
no
a
ride.
ride.
If you want to ride something, you got to go to Epcot.
So another one that happened on the monorail. We're riding through. "Hey, person one, what hotel is this?" As you're going through. "Oh, this is the Contemporary." "Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the cousin of the Dolphin."
Okay, no, that's the one I was saying I love. The cousin of the dolphin. But isn't the
Swan
Swan
was-
and Dolphin are like sister resorts?
And they're not even Disney's resorts.
No.
But yeah.
The cousin
Yeah, the cousin of the Dolphin.
dolphin.
And the last one I got, which we just got this a couple weeks ago when we were at Epcot.
We did?
So we sat in Canada for a minute. It was when we went for the opening of Festival of the Holidays.
Okay.
So we were sitting over by Canada on the wall there just to take a break because you were writing something or you were trying to do something, whatever it was. And this family's walking past us. And the mother goes, "Hey, let's go look at Canada." She wanted to go up the stairs. And the adult son says, "I don't want to look at them all. I don't want to look at all of them. They're not the ones I want to see. There's over 30 countries here, and why would I want to go to every one of these countries?" So the kid said there's 30 countries.
And nobody corrected him.
And nobody corrected him, and he didn't want to go to all of them.
Okay, well, you know what? You don't need to go to 30.
You should just go to the 11 that are there.
But again, so these aren't even. I have heard way more ridiculous. I just can't think of them at the top of my head. I should start writing them down too. Maybe bring the series back. And this is not in any way to bash people that are not Disney aficionados. What?
If you're not a Disney aficionado, though, don't try to be one.
See, and that's the thing. A lot of these people are so sure about what they're saying. And there's so many times I bite my lip because I know better, but I don't want to. Like, okay, if I'm talking to you and we're talking about, I don't know, something, okay? I don't care what. And somebody on the monorail says, well, actually, like that woman would annoy me.
Right.
So I don't want to be something that would annoy me.
But I do remember one time we were getting on the boat at Wilderness Lodge because the monorail doesn't go over there. So we had to get on the boat.
It doesn't.
And we were taking it back to the Magic Kingdom. And we got on the boat, and this lady, we sat in the back, and this lady sat right across from us.
Oh, I remember.
And she was like, do you come to Disney often? I'm like, well, yeah, we... And I flat out told her, I said, well, we run a site called the Main Street Mouse. We were a Disney partner site. We do all this stuff. And she's like, let me tell you, there's all kinds of stories I could tell you all about because I used to be a cast member. And she started
She was a
telling us
cast
stuff.
member like 20 years ago. And, bless her.
And she started telling us stuff that we already knew. Or
We're Captain Obvious things.
Yeah.
And we told her, we're like, oh, yeah, we know. Yeah, we're familiar. And she just wouldn't stop. And I feel bad because I love cast members.
Mm-hmm.
This lady, it's you know what it reminded me of, I think? Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
She was reliving her heydays.
Maybe that's what it is.
I used to work in stocks and bonds.
Have you ever heard of Disney stock?
But I don't very often say anything about mutual funds or what the Dow Jones Industrial Average is as opposed to the NASDAQ. Okay, see, look at me go.
You should buy Berkshire Hathaway.
Berkshire Hathaway. And I did have Disney stock for a while there. But, to me, that's not worth remembering because I hate math and I didn't love my job.
Right.
No offense, Merrill Lynch. But this lady, some of her best memories could have been as a cast member, but a lot of the stuff that she knew was old stuff. So that's what makes me feel like maybe that's what it was. And I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it was getting to the point of, yeah, we know it. We were trying to tell her, like, I would rather her tell somebody else on the boat that really could use the education.
Because a couple months ago, we were walking through the stores at Magic Kingdom, and we had a cast member who was telling us stuff about the mansion that we didn't know.
Yeah.
She was just little things to point out in the attic that we never really paid attention to. And
we loved that kind of stuff.
And that was awesome because she was telling us stuff like, so did you guys know about this? And she kind of knew who we were already, but she's like, can I run some of these? Maybe you guys don't know these things.
Yeah, and we welcome, like, I love trivia or tidbits that a lot of people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like, again, not knocking this cast member. I think that maybe she just misses her job. That's how I look at it.
It could be that. But like you were saying, like, we told you what we do for a living. We do know a lot. I mean, do we know everything? No. Flat out admit, we don't know everything.
No, but we know that a monorail goes to Epcot between Magic Kingdom. Like, we know that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bless her heart, and I don't mean that in the mean bless her heart. I mean that in the nice bless her heart way, because I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I just really think that maybe she missed her job from 20 years ago.
And it could have been.
That's that's what I believe.
But there was people on the boat who were trying to figure out even where to go for lunch. Talk to those people because they're really trying to figure out.
I know. I was kind of like, and this lady looks confused over here. She probably would love to hear your stories.
Exactly,
yeah.
There is people who could be their first trip, could be their first trip in 10 years.
There's people that need to know.
Yeah. So, but don't just give somebody unwelcome stuff. Sometimes that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but again, I think that there might have been more to it. So I'm not as critical as you are on the subject.
That's true. You're nicer.
I'm so nice. I'm so much nicer than you.
You know what though? She had a red gold ketchup shirt on. And that right there, I was done.
Oh my goodness.
So
Okay.
this week's discussion was your idea.
It
talk
was.
about-
I have a question for you that's going to take less time
But
before
the
we
question
get
comes after the discussion.
All right, fine.
If you want to do the question now,
No,
we
no,
can.
go ahead. You go first.
Okay, so your discussion for this show was, what are some of your highlights of the last year? Because this is our last show of the year, we won't be back till 2026.
Yes.
Not going to talk to you guys till next year.
Oh my God, you're still using that joke that we used
I've
in
used it
elementary school.
I've used it
See
for
you
the
next
day I was
year.
born, and
Oh my gosh. All right.
anyway. So, what are some of your highlights from the last year? Could be work, could be personal, could be whatever you want to talk about. What's your highlights from the last year? And this year for us has been a rough one.
Yes.
Without a shadow of a doubt, there has been a lot of
Negative
crap.
things. Crap.
that has happened this year.
I would say this has been our hardest year in
Ever.
years. I don't know if I'd say ever. I'd say in years. But so I literally had to look back on my phone at photos because I couldn't remember. Like the past 6 months have been a blur to me.
Right.
And we haven't done a whole lot because of me. I don't want to say because of me.
It's not because of you. It's just because there's a lot of things we have to consider whenever we do anything now.
Right, and I get tired real easily, and there's just it's a factor, and it's been a factor for months.
Right.
So I had to look at photos, and oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Most of the things that were good were before I got sick, and then afterwards, there weren't as many pictures, and that makes me sad because I'm always like go go go.
Mm-hmm.
And, God, we cried last week too. But if you look at my pictures on my phone and you look, past months, it just hasn't been. So I want to focus on the months before I got sick.
Okay.
And so work-wise, Disney sending us out to Disneyland for the 70th anniversary.
That was a very busy May for us. May was crazy insane for us.
It really was. But there's a certain thing. I'm not going to just say the whole trip because that we worked so hard. That trip, they worked us. I know you're already thinking, yeah, sure. But no, it was a lot of walking. It was a lot of being here at a certain time. It was Disney worked us, okay?
And they even admit that they kind of
admitted that, okay, that was a lot to cram into what we sent you to do.
I think we were there for from the time we left the airport here to the time we got back here, or till the time we got on the plane to come back here was 60 hours, I want to say, total.
Yes. But anyway, that trip was like crazy. And I think part of that trip, before I say the one specific thing, part of that trip was another moment. I never take things for granted, and I certainly won't now.
Mm-hmm. But that trip, there was a lot of firsts for us in that trip. First, being invited to Disneyland to cover
Such a big
event,
deal.
70th anniversary, huge thing. Staying at the Disneyland Resort was a bucket list for both of us. Disneyland Hotel. It was a bucket list item for both of us to stay there because if you ever look at the price, it's something we can't afford to do.
You know what? There's no value resorts out there unless you stay at a good neighbor hotel. But I'm trying to move things along. The one thing was when they closed off Fantasyland for our group.
That was definitely a highlight to look at.
Because walking through Sleeping Beauty Castle and walking back to Fantasyland and having it closed, and just for media, and there was tables of food and there was music playing and there were characters out there, and it was one of those moments that I looked around and I was like, when is this ever going to happen again?
Right,
Never.
Right.
I mean, not that I can think of.
Right.
But that was special to me because it was one of those moments that very few people can say.
Yeah, the percentage of people who can say they've done that is single digits.
And walking on those classic attractions and just walking right on. There's nobody there.
And those are some of the best, in my opinion, the rides back there are Disney amazing rides back there. Because and it'll
They
people
even
go, oh, they're
smell
so
old
small.
still. They still have that old fashioned.
Yeah, but to walk on Alice in Wonderland, to walk on Mr.
Yeah.
Toad's, to walk on
Yeah.
Peter Pan, to walk on Snow White, to Winnie the Pooh, those rides. Was it Winnie? No, Winnie's not back there, is it?
No.
What else is back there? But it just
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio. That's what I was trying. Sorry, Pinocchio. Those rides back there are such iconic attractions with Disneyland,
Yes.
and that we don't have a lot of those at Disney World.
No, and the fact that Disneyland is Walt's park
Right.
is a huge thing. By the way, today is Walt's anniversary of him passing away.
Yes, sadly it is.
And to just to be there, that was definitely one of them, if not probably one of the biggest. And I had to, I'm looking at my phone right now, and we did a lot of media events this year, but a lot of them were short events. There wasn't anything that was like day after day. But the Disneyland one, I want to say, was probably my favorite of all the ones that we did this year. And on a personal level, I'm going to say going home to Michigan for my birthday was, yes, this is all the first part of the year, was great for me.
That was a good. It was a good trip.
It was a good trip, and I have video, and it's so silly. It's so silly, and people will be like, really? But it's important to me. And the day before my birthday, I want to say, I went out with the Michigan Besties, and we went to a restaurant down by the water in Detroit River. And the food was not even good, okay? The food was not good. The company was.
Right.
And when we walked out of the back of the restaurant, because you have to park in the back, and the river's right there, it was snowing. And it had snowed.
I remember seeing that video.
We were in here. I have video of this, you guys. And we're walking down the stairs, and they're like, okay, don't slip or whatever. And I had gloves on.
Right.
I was scooping snow in my hand. I'm like, it's snow.
The three of you had a snowball fight.
I mean, like, we were not fight. We were trying to catch it. We were trying to play like catch
with snow.
with the snow. And I have videos of this. And that is such a good memory for me this year because we felt like kids again.
When the three of you were together, you kind of all act like kids.
You're not wrong.
And I mean that with the most love I could give the three of you. But the three of you, when the three of you get together, time doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
And actually, I will say, anytime Perna's involved, all this stuff goes out the window. It's going to just be a fun time. And Paula, that's nothing at you. But it's the three of you instantly become 20 years younger.
I'd say even
if not
like
young-
we were such kids because like when Michele and I were catching snow, Paula was right there videotaping it.
I know, and that's why I'm so glad there's three of you because somebody's always got a good video.
Somebody's got to get the picture. Somebody's got to get that. But and then we walked down to there's a martini bar that's always super festive for what it was, whatever's going on, Christmas, whatever.
Right.
And it was all decked out for Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Because my birthday is the day before Valentine's Day.
Right.
And I don't even know what it was about being there with them. But it's one of my favorite memories of this year. And I've had, don't get me wrong, I've had good memories with them in other places. They came and stayed with us. We had a meetup with it, and with our other good friends. We went to HHN. That's another good one because yeah,
I will have to say
that's a good one.
HHN with because we had our little meetup at the same time, but we had 9 of us, and actually I thought about we actually had 10 for the first house because Chuck's daughter Courtney was there.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But it was a lot of fun that we went there with
our friends.
And I you know what, take that back. These people aren't friends. That was family. That we all went to HHN together.
Yeah.
And it was just that was a highlight of 2025, I will say, because it was just fun. It was a fun night, and I don't care how much it rained. I don't care.
That was not
any of that. It was still a lot of fun for us.
Yeah, and especially now that I don't get to go out as much as I used to.
Right.
But then that night I was feeling good.
Yeah.
My
'Cause you
medicine.
forgot about.
My medicine wasn't bothering me. I had distractions. I was so proud of myself that I got through it, and I did good. But yeah, so sometimes it's not really, like I was saying, it's not necessarily the place. It's who you're with. And I know that sounds cliche, but my views have changed so much.
Right.
And I mean that so much because I'm looking at you guys, I'm looking at my photos for the year. And I'm looking at all these media events, stuff at Disney Springs, stuff at Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, all these things. And yes, we're so blessed that we get to do these things. But at the same time, my favorites are with the people that I love.
Right.
Period. I mean, even going home in the summer to see my parents, seeing my nephews. I really think that just like I said, it's the people I love that make those memories great. And like I said, I used to feel like I needed something on a grand scale. I was, and I was looking through the pictures, and I saw Disneyland. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one.
That was a huge accomplishment to be invited to go do that, and getting the opportunity to be able to do that was fantastic.
But at the same time, I was looking at all these other pictures, and the ones that stood out to me the most were stuff we did with our friends. And that's it. That's all I got.
For me, work-wise, it was a huge deal to me. Disneyland was great, but being invited to the opening of Epic Universe, and being there for that media event,
that was huge.
It was huge, and even though there was sadness that personally happened to us that exact same
same day,
it was still. It's funny. We were just talking to our neighbor across the street earlier that we were there for that.
Yeah, that press event was all over TV.
It was everywhere, and that I was able to be there for that. And I have a lot of photos on my phone of being there for that event. It was an accomplishment to get invited to be a part of that. So I will never forget that I was there for the opening of a theme park.
Yes.
Not a land, not a ride, not a
restaurant.
Not a restaurant. It was for a theme park opening. Was fantastic and something I will always remember that I was there and be a part of that. And it was just days after getting back from Disneyland.
It was. You guys, we were so bogged down with work. And do you remember I kept texting you like, keep going, I'm so proud of you.
I was trying to get out as much
I'm
as
so
I could.
proud of you.
It was a lot. It was because I don't cover events.
He doesn't do it, you guys. It's me.
It's you. So that was one where I was the one that had the invite, and I was the one that was there, and I was the one that did it all. And I thought I did okay. I'm not saying I did great because I admit I'm not good at covering events. I'm good at afterwards putting up video. I'm good at taking the video, editing, and putting it on our YouTube channel. I'm good at that, and I'm good at reliving the event that we were at. But I am not good at, especially when something like that, because we're putting
that
up.
was a big deal.
It was a huge deal because you have to put out this information as you're seeing it because there's people who have not seen some of that yet.
Right, and I was directing you from home, like
because I was texting you videos. And
you were like, "Is this okay? Should I put this out?" And I was like, "No, send it to me. I will put it out. If you want to put it." We had to tag team that event, but you were the one who was on scene, and and for me personally, I had to learn to let go of the reins a little bit because I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to the mainstream house.
What?
I know.
Nobody.
You should see his face. But at the time, everything worked out how it should have.
There was other reasons as to why I was the one that was at the event, and
I needed to be home.
You had to be home, and I always tell you sometimes because sometimes we get mad, like, why don't I get to do it? Why am I not the one that got picked? Why did we only get one invite? Why? And then something else happens. You're like, oh, okay,
that's why.
I understand why. And I will say another thing that I do enjoy, and I'm not big on media events. I don't get excited.
He doesn't get jazzed like I do.
I don't get jazzed about them. But I will say here in Florida, there is a group of us that work together. And I don't consider them
colleagues.
I consider them all these people, I do consider them close friends and people, and we're going to get to see a lot of them on Wednesday.
Yeah, there's going to be like a colleague get together.
It's not a media event. I can say it. I can say that we're blessed that we get to hang out with certain people and get to do these events with certain people that we really do like being around each other.
That we met through work.
But through work we've become better friends.
And it makes it so much easier when you have to go to an event, and I've said it for years, it can be very intimidating.
It is. Very intimidating.
Because you walk up, you got to find who the PR people are. If you don't know, it's like, worse. And then finding people that you recognize.
Right.
Because there could be press from wherever. And I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And then in the crowd somewhere, you see, I know them. And you make a beeline to that person because they're people you've worked with forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that makes it so much better.
It is. It's so much easier to go to these events, so much more fun to go to these events. And there's certain people in this that we just get along so well with.
Yeah, and not everybody, and that's okay. But the ones that we do, I'm grateful for also.
Yes. And we have friends that we're going to be friends with no matter what. And if we're not all doing Disney anymore as a job one day.
Yeah.
But these are people that I can still say that we have memories with all of them.
Memories. I mean, I know the one time I was talking to Jeff. He's one of our colleagues, if you will.
And everybody loves Jeff.
Everybody loves Jeff. He needs a TV show. Everybody loves Jeff.
Everybody loves Jeff.
But he said to me one time, we were talking about how he even agreed that it's easier to cover events when you know people.
It is.
And he goes, think about it this way. He goes, we've got to take vacations with our friends.
Yeah.
Like a group of our friends.
Yep. Because I cannot say that I've taken vacations. Well, actually, I take that back. That we've taken vacations with friends when we get to do these media events. They make them so much fun. When we were on that Princess Cruise.
The Princess Cruise was iconic.
It was iconic, but it was Jeff, Denise, Lou, Matt, Jackie. We all had such a good time on that trip.
We really did, because we all felt so out of place on the Princess Cruise, but we really made the most of it.
And Becky was there too, so
I will never forget my birthday dinner and how they all sang happy birthday to me and got a cake, and that meant so much to me. And it's one of those things that you have to be thankful for little things, because down the road they could be bigger things.
Yeah.
You know, I agree with you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being able to do those things with those people. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually enjoyed going to Michigan a couple times in 2025 that we got to do. Because I don't like going to Michigan. Everybody knows that. I'm not a fan of going back there for things like that. But the trips home this year, they were all great. And I can say that I can look back at them and go, because we only got to go back in February. We got to go back again in August. And February is for your birthday. We went there because we weren't able to go last Christmas. So we made a point that, okay, you know what? We're not going for Christmas. We're going to make sure we go there for your birthday. And we did.
Right, which wasn't that far past Christmas.
It wasn't that far past Christmas. The weather is still about the same in Michigan.
It's still a little bit cold and snowy.
Still a little bit cold. But things just worked out that it was really a great trip. When we went back home for Christmas, or for your birthday, I'm sorry. And then when we went to go back in August and got to go for a few days.
Yeah, that was a good trip, and it was needed.
It was needed. We were dealing with a lot with your health and stuff like that. But it was a great trip because you know what? There was no pressure. It wasn't like so many times when we go back to Michigan, it's for a holiday, an event, a family event, wedding or whatever.
Yeah, we have to be here on this day and here on this day and at
Yes.
this person's house. And it was just so relaxed.
It was so relaxed. And they were like, well, what do you guys want to do while you're here? And it's like, I just want
Nothing.
pizza. I want my pizza. I want my Coney Island. And that was really all because you know what? After the last few years and starting everything with you and medical issues and things like that we were dealing with, it was just so good to go back home and relax and not feel the pressure. I think we even stayed an extra day, if I'm not mistaken.
We did, because we went to one of the street fairs that we used to in our old town.
Mhm.
And all I wanted to do was swim, and it rained most of that week.
It did.
But I didn't even care. We had a little pool party.
We did have a
I
pool
did
party
get
that
to
worked
go
out good.
in the pool. My parents have the best pool. I've said it many times. But like, I agree with you. I agree with you because it wasn't about being someplace at this time. It was about just being.
Doing what we wanted to do while we were there, or hey, Paula and Perna are going to come over on Thursday or whatever it
And
was.
sit with
Just
us
sit
and just talk.
And we just sat in the garage with your parents, with family, with everybody, and it was just, and even the neighbors. Your
Yeah.
parents' neighbors.
Even the neighbors.
Pat came. I remember Pat had a big party. Didn't she have a party or something? They brought us all this food.
She did.
And
That's
was
my parents' next door
next
neighbor.
door. Everybody knows Pat. But she brought over all this food and such, and it was just. This is just
This is nice.
fun. It was just fun, and I don't care what anybody says. It was. They were good trips home. Yeah. So those are some of my highlights of this past year that we got to do was Disney or Epic Universe, Disneyland, and then the trips going home. Were some really highlights.
Isn't
that
it
were
funny
great.
that we kind of had the same?
Yeah.
It's like normally, like you have something that I don't or whatever, but I think this year has changed both of us. And priorities have changed.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what happens down the road, that I hope that we always remember that, what's really important at the end of the day.
Mhm.
And we don't get sidetracked with this event, that event,
Right.
who's invited to what? Are we going here? Are we doing that? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It really doesn't matter.
No, it's your family and your friends and your health. And I'm hoping and praying that the next year, 2026, is better. But I hope so. And I hope we get more opportunities to spend time with our friends and family because that is what's super important.
It is. It's exactly what's important. So
Anyway,
that was our highlights of our year. Now you have a question. You
I
said
do have a question for you.
you're so excited to tell me this.
All right. It's an easy one.
They're never easy.
No, this one is super easy. Super easy.
This is only my second question I've ever had in all the shows
All right.
for me.
But it's a good one and it's an easy one.
Okay.
If I can find it. No, I have it right here. Okay. So this question is from Sean. And it is, what is the best Christmas lights display besides theme parks that you have seen? Whether it's somebody's personal or mom and pop type, etc.
Oh wow!
I know.
Wow. Okay.
I know. Good one, Sean.
So the theme park ones are good. I'm not gonna say they're not. They're great in the way they do things. But to me, I like the personal mom and pop type displays. And going back to my childhood, because in Michigan, and probably other places also, but in Michigan, one of the things we used to do is I remember as a kid, hey, let's go look at Christmas lights. And we would drive around and look at the different Christmas lights. And I'll never forget one that I saw when I was a kid. And I've always thought about this one as a child that I still love. Somebody actually took and they created all the Peanuts characters and they did them out of plywood and they built them all and they painted them all and they created this whole Peanuts area of their house.
That's cool.
House. And it was just so cool to see something like that as a kid, that somebody did that. I remember driving around to see that. I remember there was a place in the city we lived in, Allen Park. It was this little house that these people took, and they added all these lights, and they had their own animatronics, and it was just so. They had this big Santa Claus, he's probably 80 foot tall. Well, he seemed 80 foot tall to me. He's probably 20, but they had this great thing, and I think they had like little areas, like little buildings. It was
almost like a Christmas walkthrough because I remember
was.
that from my childhood too. And I think on certain nights they had like hot cocoa. They made it a whole thing
They
for
had like choirs come out and sing at some
it was
time.
a whole thing.
And the parking lot where you would park was just a field that was always muddy. It was always wet or it was frozen.
Wasn't it a house on a corner?
It was on the corner. It was right there. Now there's a Family Dollar or Dollar General.
Isn't there a Dollar General or Family Dollar
But
everywhere?
it was a grocery store at one time called Bob Joe's that we used to go to in our town, and then it became like Allen Park Farmers Market. was in the parking lot of it.
Yes.
And then eventually the area, because
It's Dollar General.
yeah, Dollar General. And then eventually it grew in, the people couldn't do it anymore. And I'm sure it was expensive. And I remember they had a little donation box for help 'em.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it just said for the electrical expenses because to run all that,
Yeah.
it cost a lot of money, I'm sure, to run it. But it was this family that did it every year. And their house was attached to, it was, I don't even know how you could describe it. It was like a little barn, but it wasn't a barn, but it was like a
Garage.
little garage buildings that they built for you to walk through and just see all these things moving. And we grew up in a town, Lincoln Park, where they had something called Fantasyland at the band shell every year, and
They
it wasn't
still
Disney
have it, by the
Fantasyland.
way.
Do they really?
They
Wow.
do.
And I remember as a kid going to that because it was sponsored by the JCs, and my mom was a JC
Okay.
back in the day, and we'd walk through there many times and see all the lights and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just fun to see it all. And then, of course, going to Frankenmuth in
Oh.
Bronner's. Bronner's is open year round, but at Christmas there's just something special about Bronner's and all the lights. And Frankenmuth has the lights and the covered bridges. and
Because
all that
that's
stuff.
because at Christmas time is when they have the lights in the streets. They don't have that all year
They
round.
don't have all that year round. Bronner's is open year round, where you can go inside the
Yes.
store, and it's the world's largest Christmas store. And it's really cool because as you walk through there, you see all the celebrities who've been there to see it,
Mhm.
pictures of them.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. And then there's stories on the things about Walt Disney calling Wally Bronner to like order certain things from
Mhm.
at the time for Walt Disney World and for Disneyland.
And there's a picture of
Or
Walt Disney
Walt
in
Disney
there.
called for Disneyland, but yeah, it was like stuff that Walt had bought to have at Disneyland that they bought it from the store in this little Bavaria in Michigan.
So good.
So good. You go there, you get your chicken dinner, which
I miss it so much.
it is. We haven't been there. We didn't get to go last Christmas. We're not going to be able to go this Christmas. Sadly.
Our Christmas trip is going to be so short, which makes me sad.
It is because that's always been our anniversary trip because we got
Our
married.
anniversary, we're going to be driving.
Yeah,
Boo.
driving on it. We should be there. We
should be
going
in
to
Frankenmuth.
So we have to make a point to hit there for 2026 to make it work.
Oh,
Somehow.
heck yeah. I'm going to be planning a trip back there at some point.
With or without children.
With or without, man. With or
Going
without.
without you guys. You guys
I
are
love your answers.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah, it was those memories. And I remember like our first Christmases together. I had always wanted to decorate the front of a house and do all this stuff, and I never did it. I didn't have the time, the energy, or the money to make it work. And when we got married, you had all this stuff in the garage.
I did.
And I was like, oh. And I
just said, go ahead and have at
you
it.
did, and like you had the deer, but the heads wouldn't move anymore
did.
because they were like rusted. So I was out there fixing them with like zip ties and stuff to make it work again.
And you wouldn't let me come outside like a
No.
whole Griswold thing
Yep.
until you were done. I had to stay in the house, and I remember trying to look out the windows, and all I could see was lights. And if you saw me, you pointed at me to get out of the window.
Because it was like, and I was like, drum roll.
Yeah, exactly,
And I'm that way now too.
Oh, I know. He put Christmas stuff out this year, and I went outside, and I was trying to help, and I said one thing to you, and you said, get back in the house.
Get in the house because you decorate the inside however you want it. I decorate the outside how I want it. The only thing I do on the inside is I get the trees ready because I'm very weird about the tree. It has to be. You see some people's trees and all the branches look like garbage.
He's got to fluff all the
Kind of make
they
it all
gotta-
look
yeah.
right. I remember as a kid, my mom would put the tree together. And she'd get it all the way she wanted, and I would take it all apart because I didn't like the way she had the tree itself. And she'd come home from work. I'd be like, I took apart your tree because I didn't like the way you did it.
He's very particular. And what's funny is when he tells me to get back in the house, I don't even argue it. I put my head down like a kid and I walk back in the house
Just get
because
back in. The
I
outside's
know I'm like,
mine.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to help, and he doesn't want my help.
No, and this is the first year that our front kind of looks better because we have the same type of lights on one side and then we have the same type of lights on the other side of the house as you're walking up. The lights are different, but they match the sides they're on of the house, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and we have blow-ups of Jack and Ava on each side of the walkway.
Jack and Ava. Then we have another little dog that's like a,
We've had that dog forever.
we've had that dog forever. Then we have the Grinch out there.
You got to have a Grinch because Scott loves the Grinch.
And I still want the Max blow up
I know you do.
because they have the Max blow up and they have the Cindy Lou blow up at Walmart. And I want them both, but we just can't swing it this year. But hopefully next year I will be able to add to my collection and build it up. So that's a great question. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. That was a
Yeah,
good question.
That's a very good question.
And did you notice this episode we keep going back to not just Disney but stuff that's
personal.
That's personal, something that's important. Not saying that our jobs aren't important, but other things are, and it's you don't want to forget about those things. So I really love your answer
Thank you.
because if it were mine, I was gonna say Osborne Lights.
Osborne Lights were fantastic, and I loved them. And I remember watching on Food Network years ago about Mr. Osborne. He used to do he used to do like a big barbecue fest every year for first responders.
Oh,
And he would bring them out there, and they would literally get these. They look like cookie sheets, and he put a chicken on one, and he put all this rib and pork and all this meat and cornbread and coleslaw and all this stuff, and it would be literally a big cookie sheet filled with food. And that was the first time I ever heard of him. And then I found out it was the same Mr. Osborne who created the lights by his house, and he bought the house next door. I think he decorated their house also because he wanted to look so much better because his daughter wanted all those lights, and then he brought it all to Disney. And,
yeah, it's pretty cool. I was gonna say I thought you'd say Osborne, because I would have said Osborne park wise.
Yeah.
But like I like your answer about I forgot about that house in Allen Park until you said it, and I'm like, yes, that's it.
That place was awesome.
Because and on my show, Daydream Believing Podcast on Thursdays, plug. I talk about all my mushy emotional stuff there, and one repeating thing I think I say a lot is how fast life goes by, and how those kind of memories might not seem like, or you look at things at the time and they, oh, that's great, that's cool, whatever, but you don't know what that memory is going to mean as you get older, and how just little things can mean so much.
Right.
And I love that you answered it with something back from home.
Yeah.
Because you're not as grumbly about Michigan as you used to be.
No, because I'm starting to like Michigan better than Florida.
But anyway.
Yeah, I said that on tape.
Yeah, he did. But I love that you did that. And Sean, that's a great question. So thank you. Thank you.
I know he'll listen. Him and Gino will listen to the show after we're done.
I know.
And then I'll hear what he thought of my answer.
Hi, guys.
Hello. But no, thank you guys so much. That's a great question. I appreciate that.
Okay, that's all I got.
That's all you got? Well, I guess then that's the end of the show.
It's been a long show, but
it's the last one.
It's the last one for 2025.
So if you can't get it all through this week, you can listen to part of it this week.
Hey, you know what? You can spread it out.
You can. Or go back and just listen to all our shows for the next couple weeks, and then evaluate them and let us know what you guys want to do in the new year.
Give us a grade.
Give us a grade. Tell us what you guys think. I know we're still learning this whole podcasting thing. I mean, I know there's stuff we can still do to make it better.
Well, yeah. But we used to do video podcasting, so actually we're not new at this.
No. Actually, sometimes I think the videos would be good to bring back.
I think we need I think we need to do our show but have a camera in here as well so that people have options. Just something to think about for 2026.
We'd have to I got my printers running behind you. I've got all my stuff, so it'd be a lot to get this room going. But we can do it.
We could figure. And people don't care. I don't think people care about all your collectibles that you have around. Or
love them.
Yeah, right. But all this stuff, I think more so it's just people connecting with you as you're speaking.
Right, and then they see stuff and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they like this." Or
yeah, I'm not really worried about ambiance. It's more like what we're talking about and being able to connect. I miss our live shows. Because of the interaction with other people.
I think if we do it though, I want to change the desk setup and everything and make it more like almost like an anchor desk.
Well, I can just sit on the other side of the desk. Right now we're sitting across from each other, but I can just move over.
Yeah, we can figure it out. But
I'll figure it out.
That could definitely be something because we can set the camera up by there and point at us this way.
Lots to think about, but yeah, so this is it for this year. Thank you. A big thank you for listening to our stuff. Thank you for supporting the Main Street Mouse and all our articles and social media and everything that we do. Sometimes this business is not easy, and when you support it, it means more than you know. As well as Lost Princess Apparel. Yes. Huge. Scott's new business, TMS Emporium, and the stuff I do as well. We couldn't do any of this without the support of you guys. And this year has been really, really hard. But instead of what I'm hoping to do instead of dwell on how hard it's been, hopefully fight harder to make 2026 better.
That's the idea.
And a lot of that is with you guys as well. So yeah, thank you. And all of it. Happy holidays. I really enjoy next week. Enjoy New Year's Eve, because guess what? After that, we're going to be back blabbing at you. We're coming back.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
But I'm going to run through our sponsors really quick.
Oh,
Speaking of
yeah,
people
go
who
ahead.
support us. And if you guys could make a point to support our sponsors if you need their services, that means a lot to us, because by supporting them, you're supporting us, and that helps us out tremendously. So I'm going to mention always our travel sponsor, MEI Mouse Fan Travel, Becky and her team. They're the best. There is no other agencies out there that can do what they do. They will take care of you. They will get you the trip you want. They will plan everything for you. They will help you with the reservations. They will help you with the park days and everything you want. If you're going on a cruise, they will help you get ready for the cruise and tell you what you need and stuff like that. And it doesn't cost you anything to use their services. So they get paid by the companies that you're purchasing the trip from. So it doesn't cost you anything to use their services, and they make it so much easier for you. So any of the banners on our website that you see that say MEI Mouse Fan Travel, just click on that banner. You'll go fill out a small form. One of their fantastic travel advisors will reach out to you. They will help you plan the trip, and it's free again. So make sure you use them. Let them know you heard about them from the Mainstream Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Next, the Genie Transportation Services. They're our official travel partner. If you just need somebody to pick you up at the airport and drive you to Disney property, or you need somebody to pick you up at the airport and drive you down to the port, or if you're at your home and you don't want to take your own car down to a port, you can hire them to drive you down there in luxury and style. And they're just fantastic. They have upfront pricing. There's no hidden fees on there. If you have kids, they have car seats that are complimentary that come with it. A lot of places I know charge for that, but it's complimentary with them. You can reach them, thegenieorlando.com. Again, let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse, and they will take care of you. We promise you. And last, but definitely not least, and our longest sponsor, who's been with us almost since day one, when we were still in Michigan, Strollers was with us. They are the best in all of it. The scooter, stroller rentals, whatever you need. They have more items on their website. Go out there, read their website, see what services they offer that you need. They will deliver it to wherever you're staying. They will pick it up at the end of your trip. Again, kingdomstrollers.com. Again, let them know it's from the Main Street Mouse. Guys, thank you so much for a great year. It's been fantastic. We appreciate that you guys let us talk to you every week, that you turn us on and you listen to our show, our goofy little show. You hear us spout off about ketchup and lights and all this other stuff and Taylor Swift dresses. But thank you so much for all your support. We've had some people ask how they can support the Main Street Mouse, and one of the things is we do have a donate tab on our website now in the right sidebar, or if you on the app on the phone, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of our page past the articles, you'll see an area where it says donate, and you can donate to the Main Street Mouse, and this just helps us cover some of our costs and expenses and such, because as you guys know, Main Street Mouse is a labor of love. We do not do this for the money. We do not do this for the fame and the glory that goes with it, because there isn't.
No, and it's not cheap to run it.
It's not. And Michele and I do our best to give you guys what we can. And if you feel that you have the means and you want to donate, you can do it through there. And we appreciate everything you guys help us with. Also, another thing I just want to mention really quick: House of Mouse Expo, which might be dangling in the wake there to come forward. On the House of Mouse Expo website or Facebook page right now, we do have some autographed pictures and such of some of the celebrities we've had at previous shows that you can go out there and you can purchase. They're $10 or $20 depending on the celebrity, plus a couple dollars to ship it. But these make great gifts for fans of. We have John Ratzenberger out there, Bill Farmer, Doug Jones, Boo Boo Stewart, some other people are on there, and just great people, and these are a way that you can get it is authentically autographed by the people. We don't have the paperwork, but we did see them sign it
because they were at our expo.
They were at our expo, so they're real autographs. They're not reprints. They're not copies. They are the real deal.
Real deal.
So, go ahead, take a look at that. Again, it's the House of Mouse Expo Facebook page, and you can see all that and see what's available. And if you're interested, go ahead and say that you want to purchase it, and you'll see the instructions there how to do that on the site. So I've talked way more than I'm comfortable with right now. I don't talk. I'm not the talker. That's Michelle. So I'm gonna.
Oh, that's
now.
me.
That's Michelle. So I'm gonna let her close out the show for this year. But guys, thank you for 2025. And I hope you guys are ready for 2026 because we're ready to roll and we're ready to give you guys the best year yet that we can. Thank you, guys.
Oh, that's a big promise. Yeah, as he just said, we appreciate you. We will talk to you in the new year. I hope that you guys all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And let's all try to go into 2026 feeling better than we did about 2025. I know a lot of people, not just us, had a rough year. A lot of people are struggling for various reasons. And you know what? God bless you. I hope that we all have a better 2026. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, magical 2 weeks ahead, and I'll see you in 2026.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings, watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.